Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. How are we all? Are we good? Ask like you can speak to me, but never mind.
Are you in general if they want?
Yeah, they can. They can raise their hands as well. If you guys want to ask questions and stuff, feel free to raise your hand at the bottom of the round table, and we can get you up and you can ask any questions you've got. Lovely. Grand. So, on with business. First things first, Drazen's now back with us. He's had a couple of personal things he's had to take care of. That's all sorted now, and he's back to cause us all every kind of trouble and problems imaginable. Welcome back to Drazen. Good to have you back, buddy. On to Minecraft. The Enigmatica 2 server has finally died a death shortly after our roundtable last week. That's officially gone. There's sadly no saving that. So full speed ahead now to get SevTech Aegis up and running. That should be up and running within the next couple of weeks. As soon as we've got a firm ETA on that one, we'll let you guys know. Sadly, I haven't got one of those for you at the moment. The rank...
Couple of weeks, I think. Working hard on that.
Couple of weeks.
At the absolute most, yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. Like I say, as soon as we've got a fixed date on that one, guys, we'll let you know. For those of you who are waiting for that one to come up at the moment, I know there's a few of you. 7 Days to Die. The rankings have come out again for the week 3, I believe it is, of competitive season 2. Got Artie and Ari fighting it out for first place there. And from the look of things, Ari may have overtaken Artie in the last couple of days since the rankings came out as well. So there's some shuffling going on ahead of for pole position there, so to speak. Perpetrator of Sin, our old leader, is currently in 3rd place, in running to win that hoodie we've got for him. Artie and Ari, obviously, in the running there for the 2 SSDs we've got up for grabs. And X3M quite possibly going to be competing with Perpetrator for 3rd place as well.
Yeah, so I fully expect XVM, if he keeps up his current pace, to overtake Perpetrator of Sin. And we'll end up, my prediction on this one is Ari in 1st place, Artie in 2nd, and X3M in 3rd.
I'm expecting about the same.
And the hoodie.
Yeah, I'm expecting about the same there, to be honest. Depending on how Artie goes, he needs to take a little break from stuff at the minute, so I think Ari's going to steamroll him for a little while and probably end up winning the season overall.
So with that, the end of the season is actually slated for the 2nd, with the new map coming up again, same as we did last time at the end of that week. However, we do need to have some discussions as Arc got pushed back to drop that week as well. I don't think we're going to have time, so we may be extending that season by another week.
Keep you guys informed on that one as things happen. The next roundtable is going to be the day before the end of the season, so we'll try and let you guys know before then, and then obviously we'll cover it in next week's roundtable if we do decide to extend that one as well. There we go. Assume for now it is going to go on for longer, because I think EJ's probably right on that one. We will need a little bit more time to get that one turned around once Genesis is dropped, broken, fixed, broken again, and then fixed again. So yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. With the new world, we are going to be having a whole set of new POIs for next season as well. So new horde base, and possibly, if we get time, the new bunker there as well for our supporters. Great news. And on top of that, we'll also be adding in the Better Homes in World mod in time for Season 3 starting as well. So you guys will be able to have a look at that when Season 3 starts. Marvellous. On to Arc, and an absolute boatload of stuff coming and changing for Arc. We've had a chat this afternoon, DJ Nani and myself, and decided that the 40% element engram that's currently at level 155 is going to change, and that's going to be a 1-to-1 transfer. So you won't lose any element at level 155 to transfer across servers. We figured you guys have put the time and the effort in to get to level 155, which is the max you can get on the server. You deserve the ability to transfer element wherever you like. So that's good on that one.
And one thing I did look into is I've read quite a few quotes from Wildcard saying that in terms of levels, 155 will always be the maximum level if you're using the vanilla leveling system, because they have issues with putting engrams in above level 105. So I'm not expecting the top end level to change with Genesis 2.
There we are. No, with it being the last expansion, I wouldn't expect them to put an Ascension in there. It's the end of the story. Brilliant. We are moving the Alpha Reaper King on Aberration. It, for some reason, does not enjoy living on the surface, so we'll be moving that one down below ground. We don't know where that'll be moved to as of yet, but I imagine it'll probably be somewhere nice and nasty to befit an Alpha Reaper King. So there we go on that one. We have another pass at the Aberration surface loot. So essentially we're taking the vanilla drops and increasing the high and low end quality on the items you'll find in there. So blue drops will be anywhere between Ramshackle and Apprentice, purple between Ramshackle and Journeyman, then yellow will be Journeyman and Mastercraft, and red drops will be somewhere between Journeyman and Ascendant gear on the surface Aberration there for you guys, so it should be a bit of a boost for you. On to suggestions. We have decided to not implement the hairstyles mod. Very simple reason for this one is it causes major problems with some conflicting mods like the additional emotes mod, and we generally just decided 200 megabytes is just too large just for hair, considering the number of people who are going to be using it. The Ragnarok TLC mod, we've seen there's been quite a divide in regards to the people who are voting for that positively and negatively, and we find that the majority of people voting positively were people who actually live on Ragnarok, and the ones who voted negatively are the ones who don't. So we'd like some feedback specifically from the guys who live on Ragnarok, being that the mod will only be in place on the one map, so we can get some ideas from the guys who are actually going to be using it day in, day out on that one there. With regards to the Ecos Stables mod, it's not something we're probably going to put in cluster-wide. It's something that we'd potentially consider putting in just on Fjorda, so we'd like your feedback on that one as well, guys, in the dojo. We have, in the last week, I say we, Nani mainly has overhauled the Arc Shop, so the new Crystal Dinos have been added to that. I believe, Nani, that's just Crystal and not Liquefied, is that right? I think he's AFK. That's cool.
Oh, can you not hear me? Yes,
No.
that's correct.
Hello.
Just Crystal.
Excellent, that's brilliant there. And we've also changed it over as well, which if I understand it correctly, had tears, sweat, and screaming to finally get those dinos delivered by soul balls rather than spawning them next to you. So if you do decide to buy a water dino when you're in midair, it's not just going to explode when it gets delivered, which is always causes problems for the admins. The new emotes mod the additional emotes mod has been added to the cluster now as well. Very simple to use. You craft an emote potion. You then consume that potion, and it turns your numpad on the right hand side of your keyboard into essentially an emote hotkey station. There is also a potion to turn that off as well, so you can craft them and keep them on you if you want to, and you can turn it on and off as you like. And I believe there are over 60 different emotes added there for that as well. We've added the new clothing and armor skins to the Arc Shop as well. They're 250 points each, and they're available to be used on pretty much any piece of armor you like, apart from, I believe, the tech suit, which is a bit iffy on skins there. As I'm sure everybody's aware, Genesis 2 has been delayed. That's now coming out next week rather than this week, which is a shame to a lot of us. And we do have a server ready and raring to go as soon as that drops. Switch it over from Genesis 1 to Genesis 2. We will be keeping the Genesis 1 server up, and that will be ready to go as fast as humanly possible to get that up and running for you guys on launch day. I've sent a tweet off to Cedric, the community manager for Arc, to find out what time that'll be dropping when it does drop, to see if it'll be a US time zone drop or a stage drop. And surprisingly, he hasn't got back to me yet on that, so that's absolutely fine. We'll let you know as soon as we do. Does anybody have any questions on the mountain of stuff we've just gone over there? I don't think I can see any in general.
I can see Tam's feedback in the dojo on one of the mods. Put it on all maps or none at all, which
Okay.
I think is totally fair. But my thoughts behind that were is we want to see what the uptake is on one map and if people make good use of it, yeah, let's roll it out to the rest of them. But to be honest, it's a reasonably large mod. Again, the space could be better used for more functional stuff, but people want it, they want it.
Exactly that one, yeah. The reason we're doing that is because it was so hotly contested. It was quite a close vote, if I remember correctly. And it was suggested by Nightside for Fjorda, so you can do themed bases, like Viking themed bases on Fjorda. So, again, guys, some more feedback on that would be lovely. And then we can have a look into that and we can make a decision kind of coming up on that one. The numpad tam, it completely overwrites the tame groups. That's why there is a potion to turn it off, so that if you did want to use the tame groups, you still can. You just turn off the emotes, and then you can drink another potion and turn them back on again there. Yeah, Tam, they used to do that. I think they got a number of complaints about that one, so they changed that over, which is always good. Marvellous. Lovely. Well, guys, I think that is it. Nani DJ, have you got anything to add while we're here, or...?
No, nothing from me, and apologies, I missed most of the ARC rundown because my phone rang while we were on the roundtable. So...
On the air, so to speak, yeah. No, that's absolutely fine. We went over everything before we started today anyway, just to make sure we had everything right, so that's absolutely fine. Oh, Tam's got a complaint. Duck and cover. What's up, Tam? You can come up and talk if it's easier, you know. Fredbot is not mean. No, Fred is not mean. Fred is lovely. Fred is just the furry overlord. Yes, Fred is in fact the furry overlord. Lovely. Well, in that case, guys, you guys have a good night. We'll get on to work on what we've talked about there. I believe suggestions will be going live again quite soon, DJ. I think we said.
Yes, as soon as we've wrapped up the last 3 that are on there, so we really want to get feedback on that.
Yeah.
And then we'll reopen suggestions and we can start taking suggestions again.
Spot on. Let's say, guys, if you live on Ragnarok, let us know about the Ragnarok TLC mod that's in suggestions at the moment, and let us know your feedback on the Eco's Stables mod as well. It's quite a large one, so we don't want to really put it everywhere unless everybody wants it. So let us know on that one in the dojo or in general if you can't. Feel free to tag me in general if you want to give me feedback. But please don't tag Nani because he complains at me when you tag him and it's annoying. Awesome. Guys, have a good night and we'll catch you later on.